Let's talk about another Bama transfer. Let's just get him out of the way, huh? Isaiah Bond, the Iron Bowl hero, right? He transfers. He's going to Texas. I think Texas does a really good thing. They build their offensive line and defensive line. They build their trenches in the recruiting class, right? They put all of their effort into that recruiting wise, and then they go out and they get these stud transfers that make an immediate impact at these skill positions. And I think that's the right way to do it. I think that's an absolute fantastic way to do it. And part of that is going to include Isaiah Bond. Very good receiver. He's got good hands. He's a good route runner. Took a big step this year, I think. Is he on three? I believe had him as the number one wide receiver in the transfer portal. I don't know if I would make him the best in the transfer portal if I was to rate these guys, but I don't rate these guys because I'm not qualified to rate these guys. But I think he's still a very good player, and Texas fans are absolutely ecstatic to get him.
I do think part of that rating is like the projection and the excitement that he could have in a Sarkisian offense. But the production of a guy like Evan Stewart, we've seen that a lot higher than a guy like Isaiah Bond. But Isaiah Bond in that Sarkisian offense with Quinn Ewers throwing the football to him is very exciting when he runs a 4-2, yada, yada, yada. You see that 17 in Bama, that's just a blur on your screen. He's not quite Jalen Waddle, but he's damn, damn good there for Bama. And obviously, they were devastated. I saw a lot of hate going over to him, which was ridiculous from Bama fans. Let the guy make some money. Okay, everyone else is doing it in college football. Let him do it. And everyone's trying to take back the Iron Bowl catch and call Jalen Monroe. Both guys made a heck of a play. It was awesome. Just cherish that moment. Okay, you beat Auburn. Okay, you guys should be excited enough about that, anyways. Um, but yeah, you mentioned the way that Texas is building their program, right? I'm sorry, I cut out there. Building their roster is the right way to do the trenches, because how often can you find a guy that's an elite guy in the trenches, in the portal? It's very hard to do. Ask Colorado how hard it was to do a year ago, right? You can't really do that for all your spots there. And they've done such a good job there with Sark and doing that and formatting a plan and carrying it out to perfection. They had Matthew Golden, they had Isaiah Bond to a room that a lot of people had question marks about as the year ended, with Worthy and Mitchell and Sanders and Jonathan Brooks heading off the NFL. But I insert Matthew Golden. We did a video about earlier in the year. Isaiah Bond, freak, 4-2, speedster kind of guy, deep threat, and some other guys in that room, along with some five stars.
Like Jonte Cook, you had Silas Bolden transferring from Oregon State. I do think this is a really good wide receiver room for Texas. And I think Isaiah Bonnett, I think he'll be a guy immediately that impacts his offense. Immediately. I don't know if he'll be the number one guy there. We'll see if Jonte Cook takes a giant step. Hearing really good things about him, being an absolute athlete, an absolute talent. So it'll be really, really interesting to see all of that. So what does this mean for Alabama though, CD?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, you have a guy like Isaiah Bond leave. You have a guy like Malik Benson leave. Two guys that we were counting on for a year, the next year in an already limited passing offense. But also, like, you believe you bring in DeBoer, you bring in Grubb, you bring in Russell, like we talked about earlier in the episode, with the Kalen DeBoer portion of it, the coaching carousel hire. You think they're gonna fix the offense, especially that passing game. Remains to be seen, but a guy like Isaiah Bond could have thrived in that offense as well. But obviously, you know, it's not for everybody. Isaiah Bond saw a chance to make some money off his performance and his play, and he took it. And I'm happy for him in doing so, and also be developed and make a lot of money. You saw what A.D. Mitchell did at Texas. He'll probably be a first round pick. Xavier Worthy, same thing, going to Texas out of high school. He'll probably make much money in the NFL as well. But yeah, Bama's gonna miss him. Like, look for guys like Kobe Prentice, but guys like Kendrick Law and others step up, make some plays. You got Jalen Hale there. You got a couple freshmen coming in right away. We'll see what Ryan Williams does for Alabama as a 16-year-old kid. Can he come on campus and be a baller? I think so. But also it opens the door for guys like them and some other in-state guys to maybe get their spot. And obviously Bama's loaded at wide receiver like they always are. But that depth definitely took a shot there with Bond and Benson in the portal.
We sure Ryan Williams ends up at Alabama?
Well, that's the thing. I'd say we'll see what he does there. But obviously, to me, this opens opens the gates wide open for him to come in and play right away. Not that he would need anyone to leave, but also there's a massive need for him there. But we will see.